Okay, hello. Welcome to Baker Farm and Winery. My name is Morgan Darden. This is Elizabeth and Bright. I'll let them introduce themselves. Good ladies.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Edwards Darden, and I'm Morgan's wife.
I'm their youngest daughter, Bright Darden.
Well, this is my family, my mother's side. This is her family farm, and it dates back to 1846, and we have the homestead down in the pasture. My grandfather was born in the farmhouse in 1903, and the house was built in 1897. So I grew up, my mother grew up here, so I grew up coming every Saturday and every holiday of my whole life, really. So it's a special place for us.
And the farm originally had started as they were gentlemen farmers and also dairy. And did that up until, I think the early 70s probably. Over time, we were married in Gastonia and went on our honeymoon to the wine country in California, and ultimately loved that so much we ended up moving to California for 25 years. Charles and Ann came out to visit us. That's her father and mother, and they fell in love with it also, just like we had, the wine country. And Charles thought to himself, well, maybe I can plant grapes here in Cleveland County. And he came back in 2002 and planted grapes, and ultimately started opening the tasting room in around 2008. So kind of it all flowed from that original honeymoon in the wine country that we had in 1992.
And then we bought the farm from my parents 2 years ago. It's when that 2024.
2024, May of 2024. We came back and are making Cleveland County our home now. The way it's changed mostly is the type of grapes that we've evolved to having out here from what were originally planted. A lot of what originally planted was here, but as certain vines didn't do well, they have been replaced with hybrids, which do a lot better. And of course, the indigenous wines to North Carolina have done great all along, which is the Muscadine and Cabernet. So this is the tasting room at Baker Farm and Winery at Buffalo Creek. This is where we do it all, get people started, get them a little wine or a local beer. We're currently working with City Walk. We also do tastings. On slower days, we will just taste through wine. All the wine's usually stacked up right here. On busy days, we have this cute little flight board here, which is made up of old little mini milk bottles, seeing as how we were a dairy farm. You get 4 tastes, and those seem to go really well.
This is the artwork that my daughters have done, the daffodils, and it's an organic Sauvignon Blanc from Mendocino. And it's Friends at Baker, because it's our friends in California.
5, 10, 15, almost 17 different wines. And so maybe when we're done here, y'all be able to try a few. That'd be good. Let's come on back here now. This actually is the winery area. You can see that this is the bottling machine. We do
6 bottles at a time.
6 bottles at a time, and then the only thing that slows us down is over here is this is our corking machine. We do 1 bottle at a time when we're corking. Just boom, and the cork goes.
And then we label one at a
And
time.
then we label one at a time also. You know, in winemaking, cleanliness is a very important thing. So we spend a lot of time making sure everything's clean. Come on in, nice and cool in here today. This is our barrel and tank room. We got bourbon barrels that we do our bourbon barrel cab in. We have barrels full of wine. The wine that we don't put on wood, we put in stainless steel vats. Riesling here, Scuppernong there, Chardonnay down there. So we have this all over, and this is where it all begins.
The Hillshire Farms commercials were filmed here, and people love that.
Exactly, and we just had a friend call up and say, "Wow, y'all are still prominently displayed on their website." If you go to the Hillshire Farms website, on the R story, that barn's right there.
It's so crazy. They have the full Hillshire Farms label painted on the side like a mural. It's not there. It was like generated, but very cool as a kid knowing that happened.
Yeah, so people are amazed to know that, and then they also are just happy and surprised with the generational connection that comes from this farm. That Elizabeth is the 5th generation, Bright being the 6th generation, to in one way or another live off the land, basically.
My father was born here in 1902, the 5th child of a family of 7. My husband, Charles, and I decided in retirement, it was actually more him than me, to plant grapes and have a vineyard. But he's a better teller of all of that than me. So,
well, let me come into this thing.
Let him tell you about how this all started.
Ann was born and reared here on the farm, and then I grew up in Gastonia. And we met at Lenore Ryan, and then in turn after college, and in turn we moved back to Gastonia and worked in Charlotte and taught school all the years, and then from there got sick, sold the business that we had, and then went to California to visit Elizabeth and Morgan, and just fell in love with the wine business. Came back and bought a book, started reading, and I approached Ann. I said, "Ann, let's grow grapes and make wine." And she said, "You don't know a thing about growing grapes and making wine?" I said, "Ann, I know I don't, but I can learn." And she said, "Let's go to the beach with a book." "Ann, I can't do that. I love the beach now, but I couldn't make it my lifestyle." And so then she agreed, standing between those 2 maple trees right there, that she would go with it. And so that's how it all started. And back in 1903, we planted the first vines, and that was Chardonnay behind the house. And we didn't know a thing about what we were doing. 2003. I thought what I thought, yeah. But we planted Chardonnay behind the house, and that was a mistake. We should have put them up on the road up there, because frost hits road, comes down there. Chardonnay is one of your first bloomers. And so it would knock the fruit off of it like that with the frost like that. And then in turn, but we continued to grow and do well with it and things like that, and had a great run. And we were so proud of the farm.
Surrey.
Pardon me?
Surrey Community College.
Oh yeah. And in turn, we went to Surrey and took winemaking courses for 2 years. And Ann would be a better winemaker than I ever would be, because I was always in a hurry to get it out of the tank, out of the barrels, in the bottle, and sell it. But in turn, she said, "No, it's not ready yet. It's not ready yet." So she's the boss of the winemaking. There's no doubt about it at the earlier ages like that. And Morgan's come along, and Elizabeth is doing a great job with the wines too. And we're so excited about having Morgan and Elizabeth to come in. We never, ever, ever thought this would happen. But yet still too, here they are, and we get to be with them lots of the time. And their kids live in New York, and they come back here to visit their parents, and we get to see them like this. I mean, it's wonderful, it really is. And then so, but Ann and I are happy with it, but we're happy about not having to work 80 hours a week, and in turn, so we're glad about that. But we do help some, really still.
Thanks for watching. Come see us at Baker Farm and Winery. We're here ready to share with you the goodness that flows from the grape.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Come see us.
Come see us.
And bring your dogs too on a leash.
Leash.